To go ahead and get a train from Sofia, Bulgaria to Bucharest, Romania, because it seemed like a cool distance to do, like overnight, so I could use the train as a hotel room. And but the main reason is I wanted to get ahead. I kind of feel like it's getting a little bit late. It's like halfway through July, and I have to get up to the northern tip of Norway by the halfway through point of August if I'm going to experience the forever daytime. So kind of been taking my time a lot more than I thought I was going to. So doing the train, it was about, how much? About $55 for the overnight. But check this out, I have it's like my own hotel room. This is my own room. And there's my bike, there's my bed, and I have this whole place to myself. The lady said if I got here, I'll close this. The lady said if I got first class, then 90% chance I'd get the room to myself. So I got first class and I have a room to myself. It's awesome. I've never gotten a room to myself in an overnight train ride before, so it's kind of exciting. So I got to see, so I guess I'll turn this into my video, my bike touring blog for the day of this day. Which is the 13th. Okay, good. 13th of September. I mean of July, 2010. So since I did my last blog, I rode the next day 130 miles. And it was a difficult day. I got started at 9 and then I had breakfast, which was just a couple miles after that, and then I started at 10. So I started at 10. I slept in just because I slept in. It's easy for me to sleep in when I haven't been riding a lot. And then once I start riding more and I get better at recovering and I get more excited about riding all day long, that's when I start getting up early. And hopefully I'm going to get into the rhythm of riding for this next 2 months that I have. At least until, at least for a while now. It was a hard day. It started out going downhill. I went to the pass from Thessaloniki, went straight up from sea level to 1,800 feet. And then I went downhill, and it was really fun, big downhill, almost to sea level again. And, but it was against the wind, so it wasn't really fast, but it was still fun. You know, I was only going like 20 miles an hour because it was against the wind, and then I turned north and it was still against the wind. It was like directly into gale force wind, hot as hell. And then I saw these mountains. I was like, oh my god, big climb. But then, and I think the mountains do, you know, separate Greece from Bulgaria. But luckily there was this highway. It wasn't a highway that are illegal for bikes, because I saw these other two bikers on it. But it looked like a highway. But then I got a flat, just on the highway. I don't even know, some kind of puncture. And then I crossed the border, and it was the first border crossing that I did so far that they stamp you out and they stamp you in the same time from the same booth. And I thought that was cool. The other countries, they stamp you out and then I have to ride like a mile and then they stamp you in. There's like some DMZ or something, neutral zone. I didn't see any border at all between Netherlands and Germany, and they didn't stamp me at all when I went into Switzerland, you know, and there was nothing. I didn't see anything from Switzerland to Liechtenstein and then into Austria. They wanted to see my passport to stamp me, but only to stamp me into Austria, not to stamp me out of anywhere. But anyways, so yeah, I got stamped, and then I got like juice, but it was like sugar water juice, because I haven't been riding much and I'm kind of like wanting to you know, make sure I don't bonk. And anyways, I drank that, and then it started to get really difficult bike touring because I was having to ride straight up and then straight down, straight up, straight down. against like gale force winds, and it was hot as hell. And that kind of riding is really difficult, like touring, if you have to go straight up and straight down, because you feel like you're always climbing because the downhills are so short, and you feel like you're going really short. You feel like you're going really slow because you're climbing really slow, and it doesn't really look like you're climbing because you're just going down a pasture plane that's just going straight up and straight down. So it's not very fast. And then I went into this river, up a river, for like 10 kilometers. It seemed like more than that, but it was a beautiful river and a beautiful canyon, and it was in the shade a lot, which was really nice because I was going through a lot of water, and that was fun. And then I kind of went into more flat area with a little bit of up and down, but not as much. And then I rode until like 7 o'clock, 7:30, and rode into this town called Dubnica, which is like just 60 kilometers outside of Sofia. So I mean, if I had have started at 6 in the morning, I could have made it into Sofia. But I was exhausted when I got to Dubnica. Like, I didn't want to ride anymore. So maybe physically I wouldn't have been capable of it, because I don't have the endurance that I did before, because I haven't been riding so much. But I was gone. I was so exhausted. And I was originally going to camp, but like, I couldn't find a restaurant that had any food other than a pizzeria, and I didn't want a pizza because I've been eating too much pizza. Then I found a supermarket, and I got supermarket food. And then I was like, I did Skype with my mom for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, because there was nobody, I didn't see anywhere to watch the World Cup. And she's like, oh, just get a hotel. So I got a hotel so I could see the World Cup, the World Cup final. So I got a hotel. That was like 70 leve, I think they call the money here. Which is like, I don't know how much money that is. What is it, 45 bucks? But I saw the World Cup, and yeah, it's funny because I thought that the Netherlands was Spain for like up until like the last 2 minutes of the game, and I was rooting for Netherlands, so I was actually rooting for Spain. And it looked like Spain was doing better. I was like, why do all those Netherlands guys have Spanish names and the Spanish guys have Dutch names? That's weird. Well, I guess that's how the world's changing. People moving around. Idiot. But, so then I get up, and I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning because there was all these YouTube comments that I wanted to reply to. And then uploading videos and, like, different surfing the web, I guess, and emails and stuff. I was up for a long time, and then I got up kind of later, and I got going. Actually, I didn't get going until like 2:30 in the afternoon. But then I rode into this town, and it was up over a couple passes, but it was like rainy, but it was like perfectly temperature. It wasn't too cold at all. It was awesome. It was perfect. It was really fun. It was only 50 miles. Then I rode in here and I did couch surfing. I wrote somebody who had told me before they'd let me surf their couch, and so they wrote me back, and then there was this girl and her boyfriend picked me up, took me to their house, and I hung out with them for a couple hours. That was really fun. And I'm really glad I did that. I mean, like, if they watch this, thank you, Angel and Margarita, because I like hanging out with the locals because they tell me about, you know, their country and history and the city, and just get to meet locals, you know, funneling it for a little bit. And then today I spent all day. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning too, and then I got up at like 8. And I toured Sofia all day long today. I actually was on the computer for a couple hours because I wrote a bunch of people to try to do the couchsurfing thing in Bucharest tomorrow. See how that goes. But also just surfing the web, you know, and I guess YouTube comments or whatever. And then I just checked out Sofia. Sofia is a beautiful place. I saw these this forest. They have this park that's like a dense forest right in the center of town that I was exploring through. That was cool. And yeah, and lots of infrastructure for kids, You know, there's this little place. Well, I guess I'll talk about it when I talk about Bulgaria. And I guess I should do a video about Bulgaria since I'm leaving Bulgaria already. So, okay, this will be a bike tour blog, and the next one will be Bulgaria. So, okay. Okay, this video is what I think about Bulgaria. I was only in Bulgaria, let's see, yesterday? Day before yesterday and today. So I was only in Bulgaria 3 days. But at least I did Bulgaria. I spent a night in the capital city. I spent an entire day exploring around the capital city. So I